You
I
can
was just
have.
speaking to one of your customers, and he was like, like you just said, I love the noise, the smell, the feel of the car, everything.
Because this is what we know. But our children are going to know electric cars. And they're going to say, I love the whistle and the cloudness of it and the sheer acceleration. And
The new generation of appreciation.
yeah, we're dying.
And we are back between two Yetis on the special episode of. This is like a playground, isn't it?
I think it's more like a playground. It's,
Yeah.
it's the cars, the watches,
Unreal.
the area, the people.
This is Bernard Bonn. Bonn.
German.
Originally German, but you're not American. Do you ever consider yourself American?
No.
No.
Maybe more like an international man of mystery or
Man of
something.
mystery. So, I've chosen this location because
The
as
Jaguar.
a British person, this was probably the best thing we ever made. And I know it doesn't work very well.
No, you've done a couple pretty good things.
Back in the day.
Yeah, but McLaren is still doing pretty good cars. They're doing pretty well.
True, actually.
Yeah.
Why the hell am I
Motorsports.
knocking Britain?
Yeah.
God.
Concorde.
Well, that was a partnership with everyone, wasn't it?
Yeah, with the French.
Yeah. So, how would you describe what you do?
I find cars. I search for cars. I'm a little bit of a historian. I like doing some research on the car, on a very
Okay.
specific car, finding out what the history of the car is, especially
this-
on race cars.
Okay, so this is the history, not of how the car necessarily got made, but what happened to the
No.
car.
What happened after the car left the factory?
Right.
And all the successes that the car had. For instance, the XJ220. Not only this car in specific, this is number 92 of 252 made. I'm a little bit of a walking encyclopedia of cars, but it's also the technological achievement, how the car broke ground in terms of development, of the evolution of the car itself.
Yeah.
And with race cars, which is one of my main specialty, is also the history, the successes, the victories, also the losses, and the drama behind them.
You remember things that hurt.
I
More
also
than the
remember
things that-
I also remember things that are pretty good on the cars.
So I remember there was a story once. It was Rowan Atkinson.
Yes.
Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean.
He crashed his XJ220 in England
Yes.
a few years ago.
And yes.
So
Because he sits on the roof of the cars and he drives with a broom. So
if only he'd learn.
sorry, Ron.
Sorry, Rowan. So do you know what's the history of this one?
This car was developed in England by Jaguar, and a motorsports developer, and it was supposed to be. It was coming in a moment where all major manufacturers were building a hypercar or a supercar, something that was breaking ground, something that was faster. There was a little bit like the space race between the Russians and the Americans. So all the major manufacturers had a little bit of a space race.
This is like in the late
In the
80s,
90s,
early 90s.
late 80s, mid 90s, and everybody wanted to have the fastest car in the world. So Jaguar set up to build the fastest car in the world.
Because that's two engines or something, isn't it?
No, it has one engine. The concept of the car was meant to have a V12, like Jaguars are known for. But sadly, during the development of the project, Jaguar ran out of money.
Right.
And it was absorbed by Ford.
So this was at the same time as the GT500 was the Ford GT500.
Yes.
That was
No, the
Years.
GT500.
years earlier or the same sort of period.
No, it was about the same period.
Okay.
Yes, the RS500.
Okay, I'm not a car guy, so
Okay.
I just
no,
know
the
a
RS500,
information.
which was in the British Touring Championship.
Okay.
So they Ford decided to make the whole company efficient, financially and from the production point of view, and they they had to continue with the project because they did a lot of PR. They did a lot of claims that it was going to be the fastest car in the world. The XJ220, 220 stands for 220 miles an hour.
Have you ever driven that speed?
The other one, yes, I have.
What is it like at 200 miles an hour?
I haven't driven it at speed.
Oh, but you've driven. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you driven at 200 miles
Yeah,
an hour?
and I have driven at 200 miles an hour.
Terrifying?
210.
210 on a track
No, on the highway
in
in Germany.
This is why we love.
Actually, between Stuttgart and Munich, I was driving a roof CTR2, and we were going, way in excess of 300 kilometers an hour. And I'm driving. It's a long straight. It goes a little bit downhill, and it ends up in an elongated valley. So I'm going at all the car goes, and the roof engineer is right next to me.
And flat to the floor.
Flat out. And then
Is this at night or in the daytime?
During the day, it was very early. It was like 5:30 in the morning because
Okay.
we had meetings all day long. I was going to order some cars for some customers, and it starts drizzling. So I get this little droplets of water on the windshield, and I'm going. And the engineer says, "Hey," German guy says, "Hey, it's raining. Slow down. Go to 290." So I went down to about 195 miles an hour. And we kept on going because it was raining very hard. So
It's amazing, the concept of getting on a road and there's no limit to how fast you can go.
only the traffic.
Well, yeah. apart
The
from
only
safety.
limit is volume, traffic.
Yeah. God damn. So, the exact history of this personal car, who owned this before?
Well, this car has had one owner. It has about 1,000 miles on the odometer only.
1,000 miles.
1,000 miles.
In 30 years, 1,000 miles.
In 30 years.
So I was just speaking to somebody. That's like they still got his condom on. He drove it with his condom.
Yeah.
He
yeah,
hasn't used
basically.
the car,
No. No.
and that's a shame.
That's a shame because this car, and Jaguar with Ford and the developers, they achieved what they wanted. Not with a V12, with a V6 twin turbo engine, but they achieved the speed. This car in 1993 and 94 was the fastest car in the world. Nothing was faster than this.
Because I grew up, I was born in '79, and
Okay.
so for me, this was the supercar that I had on my bedroom wall.
Right.
Not Ferraris, not Lamborghinis. This was it. So it's just so. Every time I come into your showroom, there it is. It's like, you had two at one
Yes,
point.
we had two.
Was that like the only place in the world that had two at one time?
Yeah. And both silver, the best color.
Absolutely. So your job is finding.
No, and selling too.
So do you get requests to go, right? I want a Jaguar
Yes.
XJ220 with 1,000 miles or less. Go find me one.
Yes.
And so, not to give away your secret, your customer base is here. You know.
A little bit, yes.
So events like this, it's really just a case. Are you looking for customers here, or are you looking to?
No, I actually invited a lot of customers. I invited collectors. Well, we invited collectors.
Because
the company
we were talking to your marketing girl. I forgot her name.
with
The tall Brazilian.
Martha,
Yeah.
or Mariana.
Mariana. And she was saying it's like the camaraderie
But
between
yeah,
people.
it's a joint effort. We're a group of people that we all do the same thing. We all have the same passion. We also share a different level of knowledge, and we
That's your rival, isn't it?
No, it's a friend.
Oh, okay.
And
But a rival.
There are no rivals in this business.
No rival. Okay.
It's a very small business, so
Yeah.
we're all friends.
It's amazing. So, it's a world I see every now and again when I see you guys, but it's
And the nice thing about Curated is that we have a very good team.
yeah.
So we balance each other. John knows the Italian cars very well. Herschel knows the modern supercars very, very well. He knows where all the bones are buried. I know a lot about the older cars and about motorsports and like 1960s, 1950s, 1960s cars.
Could you say what your favorite car is?
It's like asking me which one's my favorite son.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, no, you must. You know what it is. You just can't say it.
No, I know. I don't know what it is. I actually don't know what it is.
Okay, what kind of? What do you like the cars from the 60s? Is it like time?
Oh, the
period?
era 60s.
Yeah.
60s. I like the speed. 60s cars are already more reliable than the 50s cars.
Okay.
So
What was the innovation between the 50s and 60s?
The what?
Power steering didn't come in until the 70s.
no,
did it?
you don't want power steering.
You don't.
No.
You want to feel.
You want to
wanna
feel
hear,
the
you
road. You want the vibration. You want to smell like gasoline and burned oil after you're done driving.
It's a
you,
full
you wanna have
experience.
you want to have a close, short relationship with the car while you're driving it.
It's got to be there.
And you have a conversation with the car. You have a moment with the car.
What's your opinion of Tesla?
It's the future.
Okay.
Electric is
Do you
the
like
future.
the future?
I mean,
Because it's so separate. It separates you so
It's-
much from the
it's-
driving experience.
well, it's like asking the same question 120 years ago, and we're doing a show about horse-pulled
Yeah.
carriages, and Mr. Benz drives up with the first car, and he's revolutionary, like Elon Musk with the Teslas.
We
He's
are at
starting.
that moment,
So
aren't we?
at that moment, you couldn't really have an opinion about the car,
Yeah.
about the gasoline car, because it was not that much as a mainstream. But Germany is moving to full electric in 15 years. I mean, every new car that is going to come out of a dealership is going to have to be electric.
Yeah. Well, hybrid or full electric?
It has to have an electric engine.
Okay.
So that's tomorrow. It's not in a week or 2 months, or it feels like tomorrow.
Right
50
here.
years is nothing.
So one thing I don't want to take too much more of your time, but one thing I find quite worrying is the driverless car technology. At some point, that's going to become the thing. And the only way it will work is if every car on the road is self-driving.
Yes.
That means you won't be able to drive these anymore.
No, but I'm sure there's going to be places where you can drive them.
Well, that's the trouble. It's going to be
Or-
on a track. You're not going to be able to just jump in
No,
and
there
go
will
to the
be there will
shops.
be law exceptions. Like these old cars, they don't have catalytic converters. They're not fuel efficient. They pollute a lot, and you can still use them on the road.
Yeah, that's the 25-year rule thing.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a rule like that. These cars are going to tend to disappear from the market, and mind now that there are 100 million cars on the road nowadays.
God, just in
So-
America or
No,
worldwide?
worldwide. So when you take those cars, 90% of the cars or 95% of the cars, they're not collectible, they're not relevant,
Yeah.
they're not important. All those cars are going to be recycled. The materials are going to be reused into something else. And they're built probably electric cars with those materials. But these cars are going to be so exceptional. They're still going to be very limited. There's going to be a very limited supply of those. So
Because it'll never be made again.
no, and when you're on the road on rush hour and you have, 1,000 self-driving electric vehicles, and you're driving your Jaguar down the street behind them, you're not going to affect the whole
Sensor
process.
Yeah. Wow, we're at that moment in time with Mr.
Yeah.
Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, but I think it's a pivotal moment like that.
Yeah.
And to give an opinion about if I like electric or not, I think there are going to be pretty exciting electric cars coming. And they're going to
But is
make
it-
your blood boil the same way,
In terms,
quietly. But
that's the trouble. Right? Your blood boils when you hear a V8 or whatever
but,
it is.
but acceleration gives you a rush.
Yeah.
Vibration gives you a rush. You
I
can
was just
have,
speaking to one of your customers, and he was like, like you just said, I love the noise, the smell, the feel of the car, everything.
because this is what we know. But our children are going to know electric cars. And they're going to say, I love the whistle and the cloudness of it and the sheer acceleration. And
A new generation of appreciation.
yeah,
Well, thank you
we're
very
dinosaurs.
much. I love talking to you guys.
It's so nice talking to you.
Well, you can